Video game company giant Electronic Arts finally released what is definitely going to be an amazing start to a great year of video games, Dead Space 2. Sequel to the 2008 critically acclaimed horror adventure game, engineer Isaac Clarke is back for another haunting adventure. Waking from a lengthy coma in a humongous city in space known as the Sprawl, Clarke finds himself the sole survivor of the heinous alien infestation and is faced with a far worse nightmare. Clarke is once again doing everything he can to save himself and rid the city of the now known foe, the unstoppable, hideous necromorphs. In this thrilling sequel, Clarke is equipped with many new weapons to dismember these creatures that will impress even the biggest weapons expert. It is universally known that this game is not for the weak-hearted. It's hard to mix scariness with surprisingly good gameplay, but Dead Space 2 has done it again. There are many parts of this game where the player's heart might skip a beat because of the scary atmosphere and necromorphs jumping out of darkness. The game uses a similar user interface in the first one, a third-person perspective with all the menus being in a hologram emitting from your suit. Once again, the controls are solid and never feel clunky. They all feel smooth and players will never have issues with them. While trying to look around and examine the entire area, or looking down at a corpse while you stomp it viciously with your foot to double-check that your enemy is dead. Visceral Games, the studio of EA responsible for Dead Space, outdid themselves with the audio. You walk slowly as you are almost certain that one of these ghastly beings will pop out any second. A new addition to Dead Space 2 is the multiplayer aspect, which features 2 teams of 4 pitted against each other over 5 object-based maps. This isn't the run-of-the-mill deathmatch. This multiplayer permeates a new type of fear as 4 members of the Sprawl security team are against 4 player-controlled necromorphs, using all new moves, weapons, and scenery to duke it out. The 4 different necromorphs at your disposal include a member of the pack, a spitter, a lurker, and a puker. These different creatures' abilities vary from hurling corrosive projectiles to climbing walls around your opponents. While this multiplayer may not catch on as other multiplayer giants, it will serve its purpose for months to come as a fun addition to an almost perfectly thought-out single-player experience. It's not all perfect, though. The puzzles are well thought out, and some of the gameplay seems slightly repetitive and just boring at times, and might be better off as a cell phone minigame somewhere. Gamers who aren't fans of horror games, or horror anything for that matter, might find it hard for them to wrap their heads around even trying Dead Space 2. If these people put their notions aside and tried something new, they will thoroughly enjoy the game for what it is, a nicely executed adventure game with fantastic visuals, audio, and controls all to combine into a game that will slightly scare and win you over all at the same time. Dead Space 2 gets 90 out of 100 and is surely the game of the month. You can pick up Dead Space 2 for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, or PC in retail stores or online starting January 25th, 2011.